zero work ex requirement, and this is a great possibility as well. Some people these days, because fintech is the way to go and fintech has been booming, all these places offer these days masters in finance and masters in fintech and many other ways it is named. So this is another thing for you to consider. Many other programs are there. You can do your research. Once you have these names, you can do all your research. You can make groups of people. Do consider fintech as a very powerful career today. I hope you agree. Do you agree that fintech as a career can be a very powerful alternative apart from technology? What do you feel about fintech right now? I'm not talking about Bitcoin. I'm not talking about crypto. In general, fintech, what is your view of it? Let me ask you. Can it give you a powerful career? What do you feel? Even without having a finance education, so many people from IIT are anyway working in fintech. So many of them. So if you combine the business acumen alongside, it will be a great addition. You can also go for business analytics or masters in marketing analytics. Business analytics for the last almost a decade now has been ruling the roost everywhere. Data analytics. So immediately, and you might say, but I already have a degree from IIT, what's the point? You can think about going to MIT or Berkeley or Stanford. These just 1 year programs have given people wings of the kind that are unimaginable for us right now. So do consider these if you want. You can even think supply chain management, etc. If this interests you, it depends on your interest. I'm not saying you have to, but this is another thing that could be there. And people where they're working, you can just read them in the booklet. All these places, my students are already working and they have ended up working there. And the combos are, you can go into technology and management, that is product management. You can go into fintech or investment banking or something like that. Or you can go into pure consulting. But today, a combo education is considered better than a singular education, focusing on one thing. So consider this as well. If you feel that, no, I want to just do MS in computer science or robotics or engineering, then the GRE is the way. That we are not talking about today. If engineering and technology is supposed to remain your route, that also is my expertise, but today I'm not talking about it. All right. So let's see, we'll focus on the exam because this is the biggest hurdle. And it is not that, okay, I'm anyway intelligent, I cracked the tougher exam in the GMAT, this should be a cakewalk. It looks like that, but I get so many people frustrated from the IITs who don't score well. So let's understand what goes into it. We'll discuss a few questions. I hope all of you have a pen. Please solve the first 4 questions, mark an answer, and I'll discuss those with you. So the questions are not very difficult. I hope you marked at least the first few. Let's see. I know some of you don't have the pen, so you might be finding it a little difficult. Let me just start with the first question. Please remember, this exam is not as easy as it looks. You'll be shocked that the questions that you mark, the answers, they may not be right. Let me ask you, what did you mark for the first one? Anyone marked A? Let me see. B, Bombay. C, one person marked C. D for Delhi? Wow, we can be collectively wrong. You've learned the art probably. Would you be believing if I were to tell you D is not right and almost everybody in the room raised hand for D? E, I guess you wouldn't have marked, so I'm guessing no. And one person marked C. Let's see, let's understand what's going on here. I'm telling you, don't take this exam. This is a real GMAT problem, by the way, and almost every question involves a trap. So when I say, you can see there, is X an even number? And automatically this will come to my mind. I mean, what else can be there? Obviously, this is this. This is 7x is an even number. I'll automatically think X is even. Please pay attention here. But you can very clearly say 7x could be equal to 2 or 7x could be equal to 14. So x here is 2 divided by 7, which is not even an integer, so forget an even number. X here could be 2. So you thought the first statement was sufficient, but it isn't, because nobody is saying x is an integer. It's not told. So don't assume. Please don't. Look at this. You are not given x as an integer. Do not assume. Okay, very clearly. So the first statement is not enough. When you consider statement 2, don't carry this forward. So 5x could be equal to 2 or 5x could be equal to 10. So 2 by 5 is not an even number, not even an integer. So for an even number, the first condition is it has to be an integer, as we know. X could be 2 here, which is an even number. So I don't have a confirmed answer from either the first or the second statement. The next thing we do is combine. If you look at the directions, 1 is sufficient, you mark A, 2 is sufficient, you mark B. Then if they are not sufficient, we combine. So now I have 7x is even, 5x is even. So 7x minus 5x, 2x is even. Now 5x minus 2x, that is 3x is even. And 3x minus 2x, that is x is even. So obviously by combining, x is surely even. So the correct answer here is C. And this looks childishly simple, that इतना आसान अगर question आता तो मुझे GMAT देना ही नहीं है. I mean, it's my insult probably, that's the kind of feeling we'll have. But yes, look at it, what happened. I'll repeat what I just did for the last statement. 7x is even. Sorry. 5x is even. Subtract 3x is even. You can subtract as many times in math, obviously you know. So 5x minus 3x, 2x is even. Subtract again, x is even. It's a guarantee. So the correct answer is C, not D. And you can see there are traps on this exam that we will fall for. Okay, let's see. We'll look at the second question. I'll do one thing. I'll give you probably 30 more seconds to revise your answer, because it may have gone wrong if you haven't been careful. Please redo this if you have marked something. Just think. Let's see. Alright, so let's see if this is given to you. We can actually write this as y common and y to the power x minus x to the power y. That is something that I can do. Now, we might feel if I know only about x, it is not sufficient. But once again, see, this exam is not that straightforward. You will fall for a trap if you're not thinking. Yes, x is odd. But if x is odd, y has two possibilities. Y could also be odd and y could be even. Consider both now.